Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome to the final week of the July season here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. Thank you guys for joining us here on the MTA YouTube channel. Here's how the brackets are going to be breaking down in round one. Sudden impact, Charlie Hubbard behind the wheel. He's going to be taking on Nathan Smith in Executioner. Then we're going to see the return of Mike Lanford in Gunslinger. He's going to be taking on none other than Pete Piscadlo and Carolina Crusher. That's how the first matchups break down inside of round one. Now coming to the line right now, he's out here driving for the Backyard Beast race team. Charlie Hubbard inside of Sudden Impact all the way out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. Then we see Nathan Smith out here in the all-new Executioner, which debuted at the top of the season. He's over here on the inside lane racing for the Crush This race team. Now both of these drivers would love to get a big-time win out here tonight inside of round one for their respective team. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway, Sudden Impact with the early lead. Charlie Hubbard staying ahead of him. Nathan Smith in Executioner was trying to come back on him on the big end. He was playing a little bit of catch-up right there as we check out the photo finish. Your winner is Charlie Hubbard and Sudden Impact. He'll get the big-time win inside of round one. Next up here tonight is the return of Pete Piscadlo, the Chevrolet camp out of Waynesboro, North Carolina. Carolina Crusher in round one. He's ready now to take on Iron Mike Lanford, the longtime MTA veteran. He's ready to go on the inside lane out of Bushnell, Florida in the Gunslinger Ford. So it's a great matchup between Ford and Chevrolet here tonight in round one. Here's the green light now, and off the line they go side by side, a slight lead to the Chevrolet. Here comes Gunslinger now, and Piscadlo is upside down. A hard crash for him down inside of the shutdown area, but it looks like he may have gotten the win. And with that victory out of Carolina Crusher, we're going to take a look at how the rest of the first half of round one is going to be breaking down. Obviously, Carolina Crusher advancing on. We're going to take a look at Bigfoot, going to be going one-on-one with Captain's Curse. Then it's the return of 𝐾𝐶. They're going to be getting ready to take on none other than Caden Wilson and the Monster Mutt Rot to finish out the first half of round one competition. Now coming up to the line, another driver out of the Crush This race team, the Monster Truck Canucker, Brad Shaw in the Bigfoot Bad Boy. He's going to be getting ready to take on Matthew Riley in the Captain's Curse 41 Wheelies. There you see him over there on the outside lane. He hasn't had much luck this season. Neither has Brad Shaw in the Bigfoot Bad Boy. But one of these bad Larrys is moving on in the round two competition here tonight. Captain's Curse taking on Bigfoot. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go. Captain's Curse with a slight lead, but here goes Bigfoot now on the inside. And it looks like the Monster Truck Canucker, Brad Shaw, inside of the Bigfoot Bad Boy, takes out Captain's Curse here in round one. Next up coming to the line, Josh Rhodes, another driver from the Crush This race team. He debuted that all-new 𝐾𝐶 at the top of the season and got a big-time win. He's now taking on Caden Wilson inside of the Junkyard Dog. He's over here on the inside lane. He's out here driving for the Backyard Beast race team. So a great matchup here. Two-team rivalry is going to be going at it. Crush This taking on Backyard Beast. Who's going to round two? 𝐾𝐶 and the Monster Mutt Rot. Here's the green light off the line. 𝐾𝐶 with a big-time lead. Here comes Monster Mutt on the inside, and Caden Wilson tried to come back on him. Not sure if it was enough to get him across the finish line first. 𝐾𝐶 had that truck dialed in over there on the outside lane. As we go back and look at the MTA photo finish, your winner is Josh Rhodes by half a truck over the Monster Mutt Rot here tonight. So 𝐾𝐶 moving on in a round two competition. And here's how the first half was breaking down. Now we're jumping over to the right-hand side of your screen, and we're going to see the return of Velociraptor. He's going to be taking on Mental Health. And then we're going to see the return of Monster Mutt get ready to take on John Kadiux inside of the Bulldozer. And then we'll focus on the lower half of the bracket on the right-hand side of the screen. But right now, the captain of the Backyard Beast race team, Javon Woodrow, back in action in Velociraptor. He's now ready to take on Devin Treat onto the Thrill Seekers race team inside of the all-new Mental Health. Again, we saw that truck make its debut at Monster Mania 6. Still looking for a big-time win out here. He's now staged on the inside lane. He draws up a hard task, however, because Javon Woodrow, 3 Thursday Night Thunder Championship at the top of the year. Here's the green light now. Velociraptor and Mental Health are side by side, up and over no man's land, and Mental Health pulls it out as he tags the wall inside of the shutdown area. A hard lick right there for Mental Health as he got it shut down into the wall protection. He is your winner over Velociraptor here in round one. But next up coming to the line, it's the return of Big Bad John Kadiux and the Bulldozer. He's set now to go one-on-one with Spanky all the way out of the Uncle Shaggy School of Driving, the Monster Mutt, ready to rock the house here tonight over on the outside lane. We saw Spanky do very well a couple of weeks ago out here on Thunder. Big John and the Bulldozer broke a 4-link bar just a couple of weeks ago. The truck is back. Who takes the round one win? Here's the the green light down the straightaway. Monster Mutt with a big-time lead. Here goes Bulldozer on the inside. What a matchup it was as Monster Mutt left him eating a sandwich at the starting line, and Bulldozer was doing everything he could to come back on him, down on top of him in the big end. We're going to go back and look at the MTA photo finish right here in the first frame. It looks like Bulldozer may have had enough. Click it over to the second frame, and he will just barely edge out Monster Mutt here tonight inside of round one. What an incredible race, and that will take care of the first half on the right-hand side of your screen. Looking at the lower half now, this is how it's going to be breaking down. We're going to see the return of Jimmy Ferguson and Avenger take on the Monster Mutt Poodle, and then Bad Company, Brad Anderson takes a shot at the reigning champion, 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and Little Tiger. And now we get ready to close out round one action. Violet Craddock had a great, fantastic showdown a couple of weeks ago. The Monster Mutt Poodle ready to throw down against Jimmy Bones Ferguson in that slick-looking 1957 Chevy Avenger over here on the inside lane, hailing out of Columbus, Michigan. He has got a lot of wins on his resume. Would love to add another one to that card here tonight. He's going to go through the Monster Mutt Poodle first. We'll see what happens in round one. Green light drops down now off the line. They're side by side down the straightaway. A good race here through no man's land, and the Monster Mutt Poodle was laying down the hammer here tonight on the outside lane, and it looks like she may picked up the win. We are going to go back and check out the MTA replay here. Watch them both now at the top of the track. Both drivers cutting incredible light, side by side, coming down this straightaway here. Not a lead to neither truck. Up and over the first jump. The Poodle goes down, Avenger goes up, and Violet Craddock and Monster Mutt Poodle will sweep away a round one victory here tonight, and Avenger season is over here for the month of July. A great race, no doubt, but now it's down to the championship flag, and Brad Anderson is back in that Bad Company Chevrolet. He is now ready to take on the Crazy Cat. 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 returning here tonight at a Big Lake, Minnesota in the Little Tiger Ford. He got a championship win last week. He's trying to get that flag and carry it on into the August season here tonight, but he's got to go through one bad bow tie over there in Bad Company. Flag on the line. Here's the green light now, and down the straightaway they go. Bad Company with a lead. Here comes Little Tiger on the inside. Over he goes in the shutdown area. 𝐃𝐨𝐧'𝐭 knew he had to play catch up on Anderson and Bad Company, getting down to that first jump. As we go back and take another look at the replay, Anderson and Bad Company got a good hole shot on him. Here comes the Ford now, and Little Tiger on the inside lane. Again, a nice sky wheelie up and over no man's land. He pulls the trigger, puts down the forward horsepower, and then rolling the truck over down inside of the shutdown area, but the flag will stay on the back of Little Tiger. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take a look at how the first half of round two action is going to be breaking down. It's going to be Sudden Impact taking on Carolina Crusher. A great matchup right there between Ford and Chevrolet. And then it's Bigfoot taking on 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴LIBUR. A couple of teammates are going to be throwing it down in the first half of round two. Now up first here in round one, Charlie Hubbard returns representing the Backyard Beast out here in Sudden Impact. The Ford camp ready to do battle against Pete Piscadlo inside of the Carolina Crusher Chevrolet. That Chevrolet camp's out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, now ready to go on the inside lane. The Ford over there on the outside out of Frackville, Pennsylvania. It's going to be a Ford Chevy shootout to kick off round two competition here tonight. Here's the green light down the straightaway they go. They're side by side now, up and over the first jump. A good shootout. Over goes Carolina Crusher. What a ride for Pete Piscadlo here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Him and Sudden Impact, we're letting it all hang out here to get us started in round two. Everything on the line as it's the end of the season. Down the straightaway they go on our replay. Watch now as they go up and over the first jump. They settle it down to the second set of cars, and Carolina Crusher clipped the rear car with that back end of the truck, and over he goes in the shutdown area, but he does get the win over Sudden Impact. Next up here tonight, from the Crushless race team, it's the return of Josh Rhodes inside of the 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴LIBUR. He's now ready to do battle with a teammate, the monster truck Canucker, Brad Shaw inside of the Bigfoot bad boy. He has got a brand new truck ready to debut as well. Talking about brand new trucks, 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴LIBUR debuted at the top of the season with a brand new ride. He got a win. Can he get another one here tonight? Another Ford Chevrolet matchup down the straightaway between two teammates through no man's land. Now what a race. Over goes Brad Shaw in the shutdown area. He brings it back around on the Firestone tires down there, but what a ride as two teammates were letting it all hang out here tonight. Inside of round two, we go back and look at the MTA photo finish. Your winner would be Josh Rhodes in 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴LIBUR. Look how close that is in the 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐴LIBUR Chevrolet, pulling out a big-time win. Next up in round one, it's the return of Big Bad 𝐵𝐵𝐾𝐾 inside of the Bulldozer. He's out here ready to take on one of the Thrill Seeker race team drivers, Devin Treat inside of Mental Health, the forward over here on the inside lane. Both drivers would love to end this season out with a big-time win, taking the championship flag on into the August season. One of them's going on the trailer here tonight in round 2. The other one moving on to semis. Bulldozer and Mental Health, the green light drops down, and Mental Health's got a lead on him now. Up and over the cars now, and what a ride it is as Devin Treat puts the hammer down. He'll put the Bulldozer on the trailer here tonight inside of round 2. John 𝐃𝐨𝐬𝐿 and the Bulldozer team are going home empty-handed. Next up here tonight inside of round 2, it's the return of Violet Craddock in the Monster Mutt Poodle. She's out here driving for the K&J Motorsports race team, now ready to take on the reigning and defending champion, the Crazy Cat. Jason Wook inside of Little Tiger. He's trying to hang on to that flag and take it on into the August season, but Violet Craddock in the Monster Mutt Poodle has been one tough cookie out here this July season. Both trucks stage. Here's the green light now, the flag on the line at the end of round 2. Little Tiger with the lead. Here comes the Poodle now. What a ride as she pulls it out at the end. She looks like she got the victory over the reigning champion and Little Tiger. What an incredible come from behind win over the last set of cars. We're going to go back down. Check out your MTA photo finish. Look how close it was. Violet Craddock upsets the champion here tonight inside of round 2. She will move on into our semifinal competition. And here's how that's going to be breaking down, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we started with 16 trucks. We're now down to 4. Carolina Crusher going to go one-on-one with 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶. Then we're taking a look at Mental Health. Going to go one-on-one with the Monster Mutt Poodle. But first, we're heading down to the MTA pit area where we saw earlier tonight Pete Piscadlo and Carolina Crusher. He was trying to chase down Sudden Impact here in round 2. He rolled the truck over pretty hard inside of the shutdown area. The crews are down there thrashing, going over all 4 corners of that truck. He should be back and ready. And matter of fact, he's coming up to the line right now as he leaves the pit area. He's getting ready to take on this man right here, Josh Rhodes, inside of the 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 Chevrolet, driving for the Crush This race team. And then the Carolina Crusher, we were just talking about him, the first ever Revolution champion, Pete Piscadlo, Carolina Crusher on the inside lane. So these two are going to do battle here tonight. Some beautiful looking square body Chevrolet is going to throw it down to get us started inside of semifinals. 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 and Carolina Crusher. Here's the green light down the straightaway. They go. They're side by side now. Up and over the first jump. 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 will pull it out as he tries to shut it down. He will slam into the back of Sudden Impact down there. But Pete Piscadlo and Carolina Crusher was not giving up on the inside lane. We go back down and look at the MTA photo finish. Look how close it was. Not by much, but Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 moves on into the finals. And who is he going to meet there? Because coming on the line, Violet Craddock, we've been talking about her all season long. She made it to the finals a couple of weeks ago inside of the Monster Mutt Poodle. She would love to get back there again. She's got to go through Devin Treat inside of the Mental Health forward over here on the inside lane. He's had a pretty so-so season. He would love to put himself in the final round as well. We're about to find out who's going to meet up with 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶. Here's the green light now, ladies and gentlemen, down the straightaway. The Poodle got a whole shot, but Mental Health's coming back. Not going to be enough, and he turns it over in the shutdown area. Goes end over end right there over the final jump and sticks it straight up on the wall. What a spectacular rollover that was. If you can't win, you might as well thrill the fans, and that's exactly what he did right there. An incredible race, but that sets up the final round showdown here tonight. Violet Craddock and the Monster Mutt Poodle will take on Josh Rhodes in 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶. One of these drivers will be taking the championship flag on into the new August season here on Thursday Night Thunder. And 2 great drivers. They've been dominating the circuit all season long. And Violet Craddock is still looking for a second Thursday Night Thunder championship. She's got her hands full because Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶, again, he debuted that brand new truck at the top of the July season. He got a big time win with it. He's ready to do it again. Ladies and gentlemen, the July season comes to an end. The Poodle, 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶, here's the green light down the straightaway. The Poodle's got a lead on him. Here comes 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 now. What a race. Over goes the Poodle in the shutdown area. 2 drivers letting it all hang out here in the final round showdown. The K&J Motorsports race team and the Crush This race team. What a final round it was to close out the July season. We look at the MTA replay. The Poodle got the whole shot. Here comes 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 now on the inside lane. The flash bulbs are going off in the fans. What an incredible final as Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶 pulls it out by a tire length here tonight. And Violet Craddock and the Poodle puts it on 2 wheels and turns that doggy upside down. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your now Thursday Night Thunder champion, Josh Rhodes and 𝐿𝐴𝐶𝐶. Thank you guys so much for joining us here tonight on Thursday Night Thunder. What an incredible season we've had. 5 weeks in this July season, and it's been nothing but amazing. Thank you guys so much for coming out and joining us, riding with us right here on the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure to join us next season, and as always, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road.
It's about that.